everyone, welcome to my channel and thanks for joining me on today's hot blog where we will be reviewing the hot reality show on Netflix called Too Hot to Handle. Now, you may be asking yourself, what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you. So, Too Hot to Handle is about a group of 10 islanders or singles who arrive at an island and are completely dictated by a cone. Yes, you heard me correctly, a cone. And the cone's name is Lana, and she's here to make sure that none of the islanders break her rules. Now, let me mind you, in the first episode, we get introduced to all of these singles, and every single one of them is very sexual, flirtatious, and has a mind of their own. Not only are they confident, think they can get any man or woman they want, but that's what they're planning to do this summer. They have plans that don't quite fit with Lana's. And once they get to the island and are ready to find that partner or that match that they're going to sleep with in bed that night, Lana kind of lets them know what's really going down. So Lana tells the islanders that they have a $200,000 cash prize at the end of the summer if they can follow just 3 simple rules. Now, I don't know about you guys, but $200,000 is a lot. But will these islanders be able to make it that long without breaking her rules? Now, you're probably wondering what the rules are. And the rules are there's no kissing, no touching, and no intercourse of any kind for these islanders. So their plans are completely ruined, completely out of the window. And this knocks them off of their feet. As I told you before, these islanders in season 5 are unlike any other. They're completely and utterly ready to find that match and get in bed with them. But that's not going to happen. So, moving further into the season, in episode 1, we see that Louie, one of the very main characters of this show and this series, has 3 matches, 3 women that he's planned to share a bed with. Now, first we have Megan, who is very, very confident. However, that kind of is diminished in previous relationships she's mentioned, as the guy that she's with tends to find another girl and leave her. So, as you can imagine, this doesn't go quite well through the series for Megan. However, the second girl that Louie has planned to share a bed with is Hannah. And Hannah is a flirtatious, wild, energetic, and very enthusiastic individual, to say the least. She's also a dancer, and that's what has got Louie's attention. So, after Louie said yes to Hannah to sleep in his bed, Christine, who happens to be my favorite, comes up to Louie and gets an invitation as well. And as you can imagine, these 3 girls are not happy about it. Even after they find out they can't break any rules, there will be no intercourse, no kissing, no touching of any kind. They're still unhappy because they want Louie, and if it comes down to it, they will break the rules. And so will he. So, throughout the first episode, we kind of see Louie pick and choose through the girls until he finally winds up on one girl that he wants to sleep with. And that's Hannah, the dancer. And the 2, on night 1, break one of Lana's rules. Not only do they kiss, but they touch. And after every interaction or rule break that these couples or singles have, Lana calls them to the patio the next day to break the news to the other castmates. And as you can imagine, the castmates that do not have a match or are really trying to work towards that prize fund are not happy. And one of the main characters that is not happy is Dre. And in this season, we call him Detective Dre because Dre is watching like a hawk. He's watching all of these cast members to make sure they do not break Lana's rules. He's ready to bring home that money to his family, to his brothers, to his sisters, to his mom and his dad, and he doesn't care what anybody has to say, even though he's not in a couple. So, at the next day, when we're all sitting at the patio, and Lana breaks the news to the couples and the singles, and especially Detective Dre, that both Hannah and Louie were caught breaking not one, but 2 rules, and the prize fund is deducted $15,000. So they started off at $200,000 and lost $15,000 already on night 1. So as you can imagine, they're not too happy. Hannah and Louie, though they seem to regret their actions in front of the group, aren't too regretful behind closed doors because it happens again and again and again, deducting the prize fund by several $1,000s until Louie gets a wandering eye towards the end of the episode and thinks he may actually want to be with Christine. However, he doesn't act on it, and instead, he goes to try and build a pact, a sex pact, with Isaac, another cast member who's coupled up with Courtney. And at first, she's kind of like, I don't want the others to be mad at me because the prize fund will go down, which seems completely logical, until she looks over the pool and sees that both Louie and Hannah are watching them, ready for her answer. They want to make out and they want to break the rules, and all they need is for Isaac and Courtney to do it too. So a little bit of peer pressure works in this situation because Courtney agrees. And now both couples are seen awkwardly making out by the pool by Lana. And Lana's not one for playing games, so she lets the group know at the very end of the episode that these 2 couples have cheated and broke her rules. Not only does 1 kiss cost $6,000, but 2 doubles that to $12,000. So now the group is down even more in their prize fund, and Detective Dre is not happy. So, by the end of this episode, not only is Louie, Isaac, Hannah, and Courtney all trying to break the rules, but they don't seem to care too much about the rules they do break or how much they're affecting the group. And this is where Lana's workshop comes in handy. Now, Lana builds tons of workshops throughout this season, especially to help each cast member grow within their relationships and within themselves. So this is extremely difficult, especially for Louie, as he's trying to open up about his feelings, which we'll talk about more in the next episode. But some of the cast members let us in on a lot of secrets and a lot of insights to their personalities and why they are the way they are. And as I told you before, this group of singles is unlike any other. They're all extremely wild, sexually active, wanting to have the time of their lives and to meet as many people as they can on this island to hook up. They could care less about a normal relationship or personal growth for the matter at this point. But join me on the next episode and we'll begin to talk about season 5, episode 2 of Too Hot to Handle, as well as some of the other characters and Lana's growth workshops. As always, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Tumblr at HotBlogs101. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.